friends, welcome back here to Lady Loves Said Reads. My name is Jessica, and these are some new releases that I have my eye on in August 2025. Can you see Pippi back there? Is it? Oh, that's Oliver. Pip Pip. Ollie's down here. Anyway, if you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. It is really late here on Thursday, August 7th. Well, technically we're into Friday, August 8th at this point because it's like 12:30 in the morning. I'm just a little wired. It's been a stressful week. So I thought I would just stay up and get some grading done for my students and film my new releases video because I try not to let that go like too far into the month. There are not a lot of books on the list this month. I am feeling a little bit scattered and all over the place, but I'm finding my peace within that. We're just gonna roll with it. I apologize, as I said before in my TBR video, I'm really behind on things in terms of posting content, and I'm not as organized as I normally am because life has just thrown some curveballs lately and everything's okay. It is what it is. So let's talk about some books. Now, I'm looking at my computer because I have a spreadsheet that I keep my new releases that I'm interested in. I'm just going to read you the title, the author, and a little bit of the Goodreads description for the books. And we'll call that good for new releases for this month, yeah? So first we have Atomic Hearts by Megan Cummins. This is a young adult literary fiction. It says, a fateful summer of secrets and lies alters the trajectory of a young girl's life in this glimmering debut about love, addiction, and the power of storytelling. 16, living in a small Michigan town, Gertie is harboring a secret heavy enough to fracture her closest friendships. Everything was changing so fast, she didn't know what was real after an accident involving a bonfire and an aerosol can sends Gertie to the hospital. She finds herself with nowhere to go but to Sioux Falls to live with her newly clean father. That one caught my eye. The cover is so beautiful, and it just looks like a really angsty, hard-hitting YA, and I really appreciate those every now and again. I don't think I'm ever gonna grow out of YA. I'm like 40 years old and I still really love a good YA. And I'm never gonna be one of those people that's like, ooh, YA, I'm too mature for YA. Like, YA has some really amazing literature. Same thing with middle grade. Like, there's so much to appreciate about books of any target audience. Oliver, what are you doing? Ollie's down here trying to bury a bowl of kibble so no one else can get it. So he's pulling like trash and pillowcases and plastic bags, and he's trying to bury this bowl of kibble so that no one else gets it. They always start their shenanigans when I turn the camera on because they know that they're really the stars of the show. Let's be honest. Okay. Next, we have Moderation by Elaine Castillo, which is an adult science fiction, literary fiction mashup. This one sounds super interesting, and I would like to start a little sci-fi journey. I so badly want to be a sci-fi girl, but I just struggle to enjoy it, so I'm gonna go on a sci-fi journey. I've asked a bunch of people for recommendations. Do you want me to do a TBR video for the sci-fi that folks have recommended? Let me know if you'd want to see that. I don't know if I'll actually get to everything that was recommended, but I'm gonna give it a try and like make an effort to see if I can find some sci-fi that I really like. But anyway, this one, Moderation, it says, a bold and inventive novel about real romance in the virtual workspace. Girly Del Mundo is the greatest content moderator in the world, and despite the setbacks of financial crisis, climate catastrophe and global pandemic, she's going places. She's getting a promotion, because you can do that when you're virtual, right? You're not affected by life when everything's virtual. Her parent company purchases a Fairground, the world's preeminent virtual reality content provider. She's on the way to becoming an elite VR moderator, playing in the big leagues, and if her enthusiastic bosses are to be believed, moderating the next stage of human interaction. That sounds really interesting. It's making me think a little bit about the book I read in June called Margot's Got Money Problems, because a lot of that book happens via OnlyFans, which was an interesting reading experience. Next, The Hounding by Zenobi Purvis. I am probably not saying that name correctly, and I tried to look it up and got like 3 different answers on how to pronounce it. So this is pitched as The Crucible meets The Virgin Suicides. I loved The Crucible. I did not like The Virgin Suicides. And the disappointing thing about The Virgin Suicides is that, like, what it tried to do, like the premise of it sounds like something I would really, really like. I just don't feel it was executed very well. So maybe this will give me what Virgin Suicides didn't. So it says, even before the rumors about the Mansfield girls begin, Little Nettlebed, what a town name, Little Nettlebed, is a village steeped in the uncanny. From strange creatures that wash up on the riverbed to portentous ravens gathering on the roofs of people about to die. Ooh. But when the villagers start to hear barking and one claims to see the Mansfield sisters transform before his eyes, the allegations spark fascination and fear like nothing has before. Next, The Society of Unknowable Objects by Gareth Brown. This is fantasy, sci-fi, magical realism, another kind of genre mashup. It says, the world of unknowable objects, magical items that most people have no idea possess powers, has been quiet for decades, but 3 current members of a secret society have remained watchful, meeting every 6 months in the basement of a bookshop in London. Loving the vibes already. They are pledged to protect the archive of magical items and keep the world safe from them. But when the longest standing member of the society hears of a new artifact coming to light in Hong Kong, he sends the society's newest member to investigate. That sounds good. I think I'll probably wait and see what people are saying about that one. A lot of the books on the list for August are books where I'm like, I'll wait and see what other people think before for sure reading them. But I mean, they've piqued my interest, and I think that based on my audience and people who usually watch my videos, they're ones that you might be interested in as well. This one sounds really cute. The Late Night Witches by Orly Wallace. Orly Wallace wrote one of my favorite cozy mystery duologies, which is the Evenfall B&B cozy mystery series about, well, it's like a witchy paranormal cozy mystery, very much inspired by The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, and I loved those books. They were so good. So I'm definitely gonna try and get a hold of this new one by her. It looks like this is a cozy fantasy, not a cozy mystery, but I'll take it because I loved the cozy fantasy elements of the other ones. So it says, I don't really even need to know really what the premise is because I just really like her writing, but Cassie Beckett's life is anything but magical. With a wild younger sister, 3 unruly kids, and an absent husband, she's really not looking forward to the witching month of October. At least the gorgeous, foggy Prince Edward Island is always quiet. That is until the vampires arrive. All right, Full Bloom by Francesca Saratella. This is an adult magical realism, and it's about a woman whose life is changed by a mysterious perfume. And that sounds really intriguing. Like, once she spritzes on the perfume, she's suddenly a different person. Whoa, that just set my brain on like a whole creative spiral. Like, what if we did an entire fantasy series about magical perfumes that could change you, but different types of scents and formulas would change you in different ways? Somebody write that series. I don't think that's what Full Bloom is. I think Full Bloom is leaning heavier into like magical realism, literary fiction. But I guess we'll see if I end up reading it. If you're seeing this, It's Meant for You by Lee Stein. This looks like it is an adult mystery thriller. It says fates collide after a tarot influencer disappears from a decaying Hollywood mansion. In this unnerving gothic mystery, an audacious social comedy. So I think something that this is going to touch on is the concept of con spirituality. And con spirituality is about how influencers manipulate the algorithm to get people to really hone in and dig into magical thinking. So like that title, even if you're seeing this, It's Meant for You, is something that people will say in like an Instagram post to get people to be like, oh wow, they're so intuitive. But really all it is the algorithm. The algorithm shows you exactly what you want to see. It shows you what you tell it you want to see. So if you're going online and searching for tarot card readers, it's going to pump out tarot card readers for you. And con artists are really taking advantage of that. If you're not thinking critically, it leads you to believe that these people have some sort of extrasensory whatever. And that's where the con spirituality comes from, because it's people running a con using the algorithm to take advantage of people who are vulnerable to that kind of magical thinking. And I think this book might touch on that idea, and that is what makes me really interested in it. So if that's an idea that's really interesting to you, the University of Alabama has done a lot of cool research on how algorithms, AI, etc., is creating a lot of spiritual psychosis. Interesting that this is the second book to mention the virgin suicide. So we've got Doll Parts by Penny Zhang. This is a dark academic adult. It says the virgin suicides meets I have some questions for you. I really like to have some questions for you. I'm in a dual timeline suspense following one woman as she begins to uncover the truth of the death of her estranged best friend and the Sylvia Plath adoring sad girls they attended college with decades ago, all while holding a secret that will slowly unravel her new suburban dream life. That sounds good. What Hunger by Catherine Dong. It says a haunting coming of age tale following the daughter of Vietnamese immigrants, Ronnie Guyen, as she grapples with the weight of generational trauma while navigating the violent power of teenage girlhood. That sounds really good. It's reminding me of Chlorine by Jade Song, which I really liked. This is an adult horror. The Deathless One by Emma Hom. This is book 1 in the Gravesinger series. I guess I don't know if it's a series or a trilogy or what, but it says a princess murdered at the altar makes a deal with the god of death for vengeance and to save her people. I'm wondering if this will give me what The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue did not. So The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. I thought, based on the description, it was going to be some sort of relationship between Addie LaRue and the embodiment or the personification of death. And it wasn't really that. I didn't love that book, but I loved the premise that we were led to believe the book was about. I'm wondering if this one will do it a little bit better. All right, and the last one is a cozy mystery. It's a new series. It's called The Unlikely Murder Club. It's book 1 in a humorous senior sleuth cozy mystery by Gina X. Grant. Okay, doesn't that cover look just like the Thursday Murder Club? And I think it was intentional based on the title. So the main character is an ex-con and she's a senior. At 65, she's traded prison walls for court-ordered stay in unlikely New York under the watchful eye of an FBI agent. And apparently they solve murders together. It sounds really fun. All right, that's my August list. Do any of these sound gay? I think my light just overheated or something. There we go. Do any of these sound interesting to you? Do you think you'll pick any of them up? I think the one that I am most interested in, if I had to pick, just because I love Orally Wallace, The Late Night Witches. And then aside from that, if you're seeing this, It's Meant for You and Doll Parts are the other ones. I don't know if I'll actually get to these. If my library has the new Orally Wallace available, then that's a for sure one I'll get to. The rest of them, we'll just see. We'll see what happens. What are some new releases you're looking forward to in the month of August? If you're enjoying my content, make sure to hit like and subscribe to the channel. I have a Discord you can join as well if you're feeling really at home here. Everything's in the description box. If you just want to leave me an emoji to let me know you're here. So the book that I am most looking forward to was The Late Night Witches. So let's do they have a cauldron? Like a cauldron or a broom or a witch's hat? Leave me one of those emojis. And until next time, make sure that you continue to read good books, drink good coffee, and take care of yourselves and each other. Bye!